So not long before Einstein was formulating his theories of special relativity, a famous Scottish physicist, James Clerk Maxwell, had produced a set of equations which fully described electromagnetic waves. And in particular, they predicted that the speed of those waves would be the same whether or not the source was moving. And that doesn't tie in with the ideas we've just been talking about in Newtonian relativity, where you should be able to do simple vector addition. If a light source was moving, adding the speed of light to the speed of the source to get the relative speed between the two. So if you take the sort of example we're talking about on a train again, we've got the girl on the train moving at 20 metres per second. The train's at 20 and the girl's at 5, so you get a relative speed of 25. But if we took that idea and applied it to light, if you had a train moving at 20 times 10 to the 6, now this is a thought experiment, nobody's saying a realistic train could move that fast, but and it's got a light source on top of it, but it's giving out light at 300 times 10 to the 6, which is your 3 times 10 to the 8. Then the speed of light relative to the person on the platform by Newtonian relativity would be the vector sum of these two. So it would be 320 times 10 to the 6 metres per second. But like I say, that contradicts James Clerk Maxwell's equations, which said the speed of light would always be 300 times 10 to the 6 metres per second. So Einstein was faced with this dilemma and trying to come up with alternative theories which could explain and reconcile both of these ideas.